Hey guys, what's up? It's Master Assassin here. Before jumping into the commentary, just wanted to say that I hope you guys enjoyed my first commentary and thanks for checking it out. Also, one of my subs told me that I can put the heads-up display in theater mode now, so you guys will hopefully be able to see the hit markers, so thanks for that. So what I've got for you guys today is a new series. I got the idea from Marksman. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, the link will be in the description below. You should definitely go over and check it out. He's one of my favorite Call of Duty channels on YouTube. Anyway, the series, as you can see in the title, is SnD Tryhard time. It's pretty self-explanatory, but what it will consist of is just insane gameplays that I've gotten during Search and Destroy. Recently, I've gotten a little bored with Respawn, so I decided to switch it up a bit and start playing Search with friends. I used to play a lot of Search and Destroy in the older Black Ops games, but ever since Ghost, I kind of stopped playing. I really didn't like it much either in Ghost or Advanced Warfare for some reason, probably because I just didn't like either of those games in general. But with Black Ops 3, I've been having a lot more fun playing Search, so I've been playing it a ton recently. Right now, I think my score permitted is around 120 or so, which is pretty decent for Search, and my KD is 2.10. Also, the longest win streak that I've gone on in Black Ops 3 so far was in Search and Destroy. My friends and I went on a 65 win streak, which was ridiculous. It would have went on a lot longer, but thanks to Treyarch's matchmaking system, we got put on separate teams one game, meaning one of us had to lose, and unfortunately that was me. I tried backing out thinking that it wouldn't count as a loss, or if I just turned off my Xbox, but unfortunately it ended up counting, and my friends ended up going on like another 40 win streak or something, so they got up to like 100 or so I was really pissed that happened. But before jumping into the gameplay, though, I thought I would ask you guys, what is your longest win streak? It can be in any game mode, doesn't have to be Search, but I was just interested. So this gameplay right here that you guys are watching, I recorded over the past weekend, and is one of my favorite maps for Search, which is Fringe. I started off here using the SPG with Thermal Sight, Rapid Fire, and Fast Mags, along with an RK5 as my secondary. Sometimes I'll run overkill and use an SMG like the Razorback or VMP, but most of the time I'll usually just pick up somebody's gun after I killed them or if their teammates died right next to me. I know in the past video that I said I don't like to pick up weapons off the ground that often, but in Search and Destroy it's always good to have a backup weapon, even if your primary is an SMG or assault rifle, just in case you don't have that time to reload, so you can quickly switch weapons instead of reloading. The perks I'm running here are 6th Sense, Hardwired, and Blast Suppressor. I would recommend always using 6th Sense and Hardwired when you're playing Search because it's so campy, so most of the time people, especially the crappier players, will corner camp and put trip mines up where they're camping. So using those two perks covers you on that end because when you come inside of a room, if somebody's camping in the corner, you'll be able to know that they're there, and also you won't be blown up by a trip mine that they place right by the door or a window. Then perk 3 just comes down to preference. I usually use Blast Suppressor because I like to jump around a lot, and I think that's more beneficial than Dead Silence for me. But if you guys have extra slots, definitely run both Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor so people can't sound whore you. Search is where all the sound whore experts go to play, so staying as silent as possible is definitely in your best interest in this game mode. Also, when playing Search, make sure you don't use any lethal specialist abilities because they take too long to get, and the abilities are way more helpful. Here I'm using Overdrive, which I think is the best specialist ability for Search because map control is everything in this game mode. If you're able to gain map control quickly, then the enemy team, most of the time, so all you'll need is that to get the win. That's why Overdrive works so well because it allows you to get the choke points before the enemy team can. Other good specialists to use in Search are Vision Pulse, because even if you don't ping anyone with it, it still lets you know that you're clear to plant or the enemy may be on the other side of the map or near the other bomb. Psychosis is also another good one to use because it forces the enemy to shoot the clones, giving away their position. Personally, I think Psychosis isn't that great of a specialist because I can easily tell which robots aren't actual players, so I won't bother shooting at them most of the time because they just run in a straight line. But luckily, most players will shoot at anything they see moving, so it ends up working pretty well in Search. Throughout the gameplay here, though, you guys will see me switch up my classes a few times, which is pretty normal for me during Search and Destroy. I usually switch depending on what side of the map I'm playing, what bomb I want to rush, and if I have my specialist ability. You guys will see that I switch to my VMP when I get my Overdrive ability, because I definitely don't want to be rushing the enemies using a sniper. I may be decent at sniping, but I'm definitely not confident enough in myself to try to quick scope somebody at point blank range. So when playing Search, just make sure you have a few classes set up and don't stick with the same weapon each round unless it's working really well for you. I typically pull out an SMG when my team is planting because the bombs are usually in closed off areas, so having that fast rate of fire is necessary. Also, just a few tips for anyone who doesn't play a lot of Search and Destroy. First, play to your style of play. If you're more of that aggressive player, use an SMG and push up instead of staying back. But just make sure you're also making smart decisions and don't challenge gunfights you can't win. Just push back and wait for the enemy to come to you if that happens. Also, there's no problem with staying back in the back of the spawn, but if you do that, just make sure you're in a spot beneficial to your team. You're not just corner camping in a building or like all the way in the back of the map just waiting for everybody else to die. Another thing to remember is that if you're a defending team, remember that the other team has to plant or kill your whole entire team in order to win. Because of that, you can play more defensive, make sure all the bombs are covered. Instead of rushing up, just wait for them to come to you and you guys can get the kills easier. Another tip I have is for when you're the last player alive on the attacking team, if the bomb is planted, make sure you play the time. So many times I'll be playing with like random players and the bomb will be planted, but then they have no clue how to defend it and use the timer to their advantage. Just make sure you keep an eye on the bomb, but also remember that the time is on your side. It takes 5 seconds for the enemy to defuse, so just keep rotating around and don't go too long without checking the bomb. Don't constantly be hovering over it either, because most players assume you're going to be somewhere close to the bomb. So if you stay away from it and just move around and then constantly just keep coming back every like 10 seconds or 15 seconds or so to check on it, then you'll be way better than just like laying in a corner sitting there waiting, because most likely they're going to try to look for you there. But I think I'm going to end the commentary here, guys. Before I go though, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be uploading another montage for you guys tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Just thanks for watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I'm going to upload another one of these for this series probably later in the week sometime, so see you then. Peace, guys.